Science cannot solve the ultimate mystery of nature, and that is because in the last analysis, we ourselves are a part of the mystery that we are trying to solve. A new scientific truth does not triumph by convincing its opponents and making them see the light, but rather because its opponents eventually die, and a new generation grows up that is familiar with it. Anybody who has been seriously engaged in scientific work of any kind realizes that over the entrance to the gates of the temple of science are written the words, "Ye must have faith." I regard consciousness as fundamental. I regard matter as derivative from consciousness. We cannot get behind consciousness. Science enhances the moral value of life because it furthers a love of truth and reverence love of truth, displaying itself in the constant endeavor to arrive at a more exact knowledge of the world of mind and matter around us, and reverence, because every advance in knowledge brings us face to face with the mystery of our own being. Experiment is the only means of knowledge at our disposal. Everything else is poetry, imagination. As a man who has devoted his whole life to the most clear-headed science, to the study of matter, I can tell you as a result of my research about atoms this much: there is no matter as such. The grandest and deepest of all scientific problems is the discovery of the connection of the phenomena of the universe with the laws which govern it. The oldest and strongest emotion of mankind is fear, and the oldest and strongest kind of fear is fear of the unknown. What we observe is not nature itself, but nature exposed to our method of questioning. New scientific ideas never spring from a communal body, however organized, but rather from the head of an individually inspired researcher who struggles with his problems in lonely thought and unites all his thought on one single point, which is his whole world for the moment. The science of today is the technology of tomorrow. Truth never triumphs, its opponents just die out. The only real valuable thing is intuition. Religion belongs to the realm that is inviolable before the law of causation, and therefore closed to science. Whence come I, and whither go I? That is the great unfathomable question, the same for every one of us. Science has no answer to it. What we call matter is energy whose vibration has been so lowered as to be perceptible to the senses. There is no matter. A scientific truth does not triumph by convincing its opponents and making them see the light, but rather because its opponents eventually die and a new generation grows up that is familiar with it. The mind is the matrix of all matter. Nature, to be commanded, must be obeyed.